Hey, Pillowtalkers.
Hey, how you doing out there?
How are you?
We're back.
Fine, we hope. We're back. We're going to do another webisode. Johnson Pillowtalk.
Yes.
What did we talk about last time? We've been doing so many videos. They're running together.
It was, yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Just check back.
Sex versus intimacy.
There it is.
Yeah, that's what
There
it was. You
There
might want to catch that. Go back and catch that one. That was a real good one. That was a
There
real
it
good one.
was.
But today we're talking about what, Nathan?
8 reasons that we feel that a marriage could fail.
Right. Yeah. There's probably 1,000 reasons that a marriage can fail.
We're
but
just going to go over 8 right now.
Right. We're just going to go over 8. Nathan and I always say number 1 is...
Communication.
Flapping your
talk.
flap. You got to talk. People don't talk these days. A relationship without communication is just, it's dead.
It's bound to fail.
It has no life.
Right.
It might just stay where it is. Your communication is like air for a marriage. So you must communicate. You must communicate and let them know what's going on, what you're thinking, whatever, you know, work together. You always must communicate. If you don't communicate, it's kind of like things start to set in, like resentment, bitterness, pain, anger.
Nothing changes. It just stays the same path. Nothing improves. In order to make things better, you got to talk about it, no matter how bad they are. Because if you don't talk about it, then it's just going to keep brewing. And when it brews over the top, then you're going to get into some messy situations that you could have prevented if you just say, hey, let's talk for a minute. And a lot of things you can just hash out that way. You can end it right there.
And it also causes a lot of assuming and secrets.
Right. We all know what assume stands for.
Well, what does it stand for, Mr. Johnson?
I can say it.
Go ahead. Show
The ass out of you and me. Spell it out.
Yes, well, so it causes a lot of assumptions and a lot of secrets. People, you're assuming that he's doing A, B, C, D. He's thinking she got some secrets going on. But the whole time, the whole thing could have been prevented if you just opened your mouth and said what was going on and communicated. You got to have communication, communication, communication. What else we got here, Mr. Johnson?
We got the lack of trust.
Uh-oh.
If you have a lack of trust in your spouse, your partner, your significant other, then your being of what you want to do, what you're expected to do, will overlap. Meaning, if you don't trust that other person in order to, let's just say, take care of A, B, C, and then you pick up D, E, F. When somebody's only doing A and I jump to D and you jump to C, I jump to G. G wasn't even in the first category. Everything does not. It just won't. It won't hash right. It really won't. You have to have trust that. Everybody has a role in the household, from the parents to the children to the dog. Everybody's got a role, and everybody has to trust that that person's role is being taken care of in order for you to take care of your role. If you're so worried in the back of your mind that somebody else isn't doing their role, so then you're doubling up trying to take care of theirs, and then you're tripling up, that one person can get overloaded, and in a team and a marriage, you are a team. One team, one goal, one championship. But we'll keep going about this.
Not championship. Yeah, and your marriage will ultimately never, ever, ever, ever be healthy if you don't trust. You know, because trust builds up worry. It builds up anxiety. I'm a nurse, so I know that you can have ulcers behind that. You know, you can just have a different, a whole lot of different things that are unnecessary. So if you don't have trust, then you will never, ever, ever have a healthy relationship at all. You must trust. I trust in Nathan that I know he's going to go to work and he's going to do what he needs to do. He trusted me to take care of the house and everything else. And then if we're overloaded, then one can say one to something and I could have said something to him. But I trust that he will do what he is always going to do. Just like we trust God, we have to be able to trust our spouses. You know, if you prayed for this particular spouse and you prayed for what you wanted. I know some women make lists of things that they want in a man.
Requirements or more physical requirements than they are do mental requirements, but that's another story.
But yeah, so, you know, if you just trust that you prayed to God, and that God sent you the right person, then ultimately everything will be okay. But you got to have that trust. You've got to have that trust.
Absolutely.
No passion.
Uh-oh.
And there it is.
You've got to have passion in your marriage. You've got to. You have to. You're not roommates. You're not brother and sister. You're not co-workers.
Say it.
You're not church members.
Preach.
You're married.
Amen.
And you have to have a strong passion for your spouse in order for your spouse to have a strong passion for you. This isn't a jailhouse. We are allowed to talk. We're allowed to coordinate together. Hands in certain areas, kisses in certain areas, hugs, touches, feels.
Let's just be realistic. If you are in a marriage, and you have you have passion, I want to touch you all of the time.
Touch me, baby.
See what I go through, America? But I want to touch you all the time.
Right.
You leave, I'm grabbing you. You coming, I'm grabbing you. You know, so that is part of having passion, because I have so much love and passion for you. Right. Not just your mental, because you love your mental, but your physical is a little looking good.
Gotta be there. Gotta be there.
So you gotta have that passion. You know, and if you don't, then you're just feeling like a hostage in a marriage. You know, a marriage without passion is actually nothing at all. You have to have that passion for your spouse. You must.
When that spouse, let's say you have a break when the spouse goes to work or the spouse goes out to run errands, go with friends. When you finally meet back up, you ought to be excited. I mean, you ain't got to be jumping up and down like you running together on the beach and running each other.
Sometimes you can.
Okay, but it's fine. But at least you say, okay, I've had my time without you. Now I'm going to enjoy my time with you. You have to show that. I mean, because that time without could be, unfortunately, we have no say over it, could be the last time without. So you have to have that.
Preach.
That way that person is ready to come home. If you don't have anything to come home to, whether it's excitement or an idea of what you've done, that person may stay out longer and longer and longer. But if they know they're coming home to something special, they come home faster.
Yeah. Another one. Not giving true forgiveness. Not giving true forgiveness for something that has happened in the past. If it's in the past, leave it in the past. You cannot continue, you know, once people pass away on the earth, unless it's some legal reason or something, we're not digging up the dead. No. We're not digging up the dead. We're waiting for Jesus to come back for all that good stuff. But we're not digging up the dead. So let that die and leave it where it is. But you have to have true forgiveness, because I can't forgive Nathan for something, and then we get in an argument, which we don't ever do, but then like I'm going to come out with my guns blazing and blah, 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 you did so. And then Nathan's looking at me like, well, wait a minute, I thought you forgave me for that.
I thought that was over with.
Exactly.
I thought that was over. Yeah. And at times you have to, you shouldn't be often, but sometimes you have to agree to disagree, but you move on. You can't keep bringing it up because it will never end. And then sometimes you just have to say, okay, I understand your point of view. You understand my point of view. We've talked it out. We're going to start on a new page and keep on going. Life's about a page. Don't stay on that same damn page. Move on.
Right.
Talk about it. Move on. Go up.
Exactly. What we got next, Nate?
We got telling all of your business to other people. Now, hear me now and listen to me later. If it weren't for this beautiful woman standing to my right or left. She's on my left. I don't say Jack, you know what, to anybody.
He doesn't talk.
I don't go around.
He lives in the bubble.
I don't go around a lot of people if I don't have to. We have to have something in common in order for me to, you know what I mean. But at the same time, if you are a yacker, a low socializer, you like to be around a lot of people, you like to have a lot of events.
Are you pointing that at me?
No, I ain't pointing nowhere. I just say if you are. Did I say if you are like this? No, I didn't. All I said was if you are.
I think you were saying that about me.
Relax.
Okay.
You have to keep your business to yourself and within your home. you can talk, you can share ideas, you can share certain events to make the little hot conversation keep going. But some of that deep stuff, especially if it's something that embarrasses your spouse didn't like, you really got under your spouse's skin for whatever reason, don't say that. Because what if somebody says that to you when your spouse wasn't around, and then you're thinking to yourself, well, how the hell do you know that? Somebody talked.
Exactly.
You don't want to be surprised like that. That's not good. Not good at all.
Now, we're not saying don't have, if you have a like a best friend, or your sister's your best friend, or your brother's your best friend, have some resources, but I mean, an outlet to speak to, but minimal. Very little. Get, like I always say, Erica Campbell, save some, tell some. Save some, tell some, because you can't tell all your business, because in life things happen. Like Nathan just said, what if you were friends with them anymore? When people are mad at you and they are hurt, and they can't fix what they've done, they tell a whole lot of lies on you.
Before you know it, you shot JFK and you didn't cure Ebola.
How about that?
It could get way out of line.
It could get way out of line.
Way out of line.
Yes. When people, they don't stop being friends and things of that nature, it can get way out of line. It can get way out of line. So don't ever, 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 ever tell a whole lot. And remember, the worst thing is like when you're telling your parents or like your close siblings, because see, you have everything vested in your marriage and in your spouse. Right. They don't have anything vested except for you. Okay, so you go running to mama and blah, 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 and telling her all the business. Then you go back home, make up. She's not there for that. Right. She was just there for everything that she heard about you, or what you have told her about your husband. So then at the next event or next time, she gave him a little side eyes, little side eyes, and he's thinking what's going on, but she is only vested technically in you. Right. Because you are her child, not your husband. So just be careful who you talk to and who you tell everything to. The only person that you should really be telling anything to is your spouse. And tell it to God. Other than that, make sure you keep people out of your business. Because what goes on in this house
stays in this house.
Boom.
Stays here.
All right. No support. When people feel like they don't have any support with what their endeavors are, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's just whatever it may be, if you don't feel like you have anybody supporting you, it is a hurting feeling when you feel like no one is supporting you. You're so excited about certain things, and you feel like nobody's supporting you. You could have some friends that are really that you don't think that they're supporting you like you should be, and a lot of hurt feelings and things get in the way. So just think that's 10 times worse when it's your spouse. When your spouse doesn't support what you want to do. When you're cooking a nice dinner and you thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and he said this is disgusting, or he didn't say nothing. You're like, well, dang, he didn't support me. We have to be our spouse's biggest cheerleader. Biggest. We have to be able to root them on at any point in time. You have to be each other's biggest cheerleader.
Even the most ambitious person who does things on their own, they're go-getters, they still need a hype man to say, okay, that helps them keep going. It lets them know they have somebody with them that's going on the right path, even if it says, okay, maybe turn left, but don't turn right, maybe a slight right. But you have to have somebody that feels like you're giving them support. That keeps them going. It's a hype man. It just keeps their motor going, and that keeps them going for greatness. Yeah,
because at the end of the day, you're a team. What is team? At the end of the day, you're a team. Have you?
I'm good.
So you have never heard of one team winning any event by themselves in a team event. Right. And even if you got your boxers, that they fight by themselves, but they still have a team that is with them. And at the end of the day, you are a team. You are a team. I thought you were going to say something. Oh, God.
Team.
I hate it. You must have future goals and life accomplishments that you want to have for your marriage. You know, most marriage couples, their biggest thing is, you know, to get a house, get a nice job, have retirement. If you have children, have your children, have your children, you know, go to college and then everything will be okay. But in this instance, we're speaking of things for your spouse. Just you two. You know, like we're ready to retire, you know, and move out west. Come on, out west.
Go.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and things, you know, that we want to do, travel. There, you know, we have a bucket list of things to do. Like, he's gonna swim with the sharks. He's swimming with them. Don't worry. A video coming soon. But anyway, you gotta have, you know, life goals.
You ever seen the shark say, I want to walk down Las Vegas Boulevard? So you shouldn't say, I want to be down in the ocean with them. That's their habitat. That's your habitat. Don't cross habitats.
He's swimming with the sharks.
Somebody got to be here to make arrangements.
He's swimming with them. But anyway, you got to have future goals and life plans. And you got to have them, you know, just for you too. You must be able to, because our kids are older now, 16, 19, up top, boom. Yes, they are older now, so we don't have to worry about babysitters and all this other kind of jazz. So date night for Nick and I are important. You know, we sit and we talk about things. We talk about what's going on, you know, whether it is with Sydney or whether it is with Jacob or just whatever. We just sit about and talk about what's going on. But then we always talk about, you know, what we want to do later on in life, trips we want to take, shows we want to go see. You know, I want to go back and get another degree. You know, he wants to finish his degree. So you have to have life goals and plans, but you have to make sure that you have the right person that's going to support your life goals and your life plans.
Whatever's bogging your mind now, meaning children and or household, eventually those things will pass or end. When they pass and end and you don't have a new bond, you're gonna look at, you're gonna be like, well, now that I don't have this to talk to you about, or we don't have this to figure out, well, what's next? Well, you move on to other things, but that comes from continuously bonding personally throughout all of those endeavors. So when those endeavors do go on, children move on, you move into a smaller house or a condo, you get one dog, you only have no dog, you can still roll without having to stop.
And I think our biggest one is there is no marriage without God. No. But there's no marriage without God. We said it in previous videos, and we're going to always say it, is that God is the foundation, the ground, which everything stands on and supports. The parents are the actual structures of the house. And then the kids are the insides of that particular house. But God is always the foundation. In Ecclesiastes 4:12, it says that, you know, one person, you know, can do something. And then it says when you have two people, they can conquer that together. But when you have that three-cord strand, which is God, that you cannot tear that apart. It's not easily broken. It's not easily broken. You got to pray for your spouse. You got to pray for your marriage. You pray for your spouse more than you pray for yourself. You pray for your spouse more than you pray for yourself. You know, you just want to make sure that your marriage is based on the blueprint that God has given us for marriage. Marriage, first institution that He put into place. So you just want to make sure that you are living on that blueprint that God has given you. And if you feel that you're getting away, then or something's going on, you should do what? Communicate.
Come back to one. When you there's things that are gonna, you know, get in between you just a little bit, but always know, don't make it no further than an arm's length away. You can still reach back. You can come back together, and you become one again.
And you become one again. So yes, God definitely has to be the foundation for your marriage, and in all that you do, and in all that you do. Like we always say, it's God, it's me and Nathan, and then it's the kids. As much as we love them, remember, they are going to leave, see ya, and cleave. So when they're gone, you got to make sure that you got something, that what you were supposed to be cleaving onto is still there.
When it's time to move, they can come with us. They can't live with us. It's two different things. You come out there with us, by all means. You ain't living with me.
Mm-hmm. We're going to take care of grown people. No. Just saying.
So, flap those wings.
Hey, I don't see why, people can't do it. Birds get kicked out the nest, Everybody gets kicked out at some point.
Don't talk about kicking. I mean, we're trying to keep this a polite show.
Well, our loves, we are at the end of our webcast right now. We want to thank you again for listening to our, well, we just picked 8, but various reasons that marriage can fail. We just picked 8, but there's, like we said before, it could be a trillion of them. We don't have that much time. I'm a little hungry, too.
And the NBA playoffs is about to start.
Oh, Jesus. And I'm a little hungry, too. Okay, so again, we want to thank you. What were you going to say?
Nothing. I was going to say, I love you guys, and I thank you for everything that you've given, and I appreciate this beautiful woman to my left. And with that being said, I'm going to make this outro. We love you. We thank you. Come here.
Come on, you say bye-bye.
Don't knock
say
the
bye
lamp
to the
over.
people.
Don't knock the lamp over. Come here.
Say bye to the people.
Right here.
Say bye. She's right.
Woof, woof.
Again, we want to thank you for, we're almost at 1,300 followers. It's an amazing thing. We got a whole lot of things coming up. Just keep us in your prayers.
That was too much.
She's old. So with that being said,
animal rights.
Thank you. We love you. And remember to what, Nate?
Keep that pillow talk coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.